Hello, how are you all? Thank you all for being here. Welcome to today's newest live stream where we will be chatting about zodiac sign compatibility. So let's talk about it. Thank you all for being here. If you're new to my channel, I am Lamarr Townsend. I'm a psychic, an energy channeler, a tarot reader, and an astrologer. If you like a personal reading, I am available for personal readings on my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. This is where you can reach me, alright? Call me, beat me if you want to reach me. You can text me at 703-791-9162 for a personal reading. You can also email me at lamar.townsend@gmail.com. And also visit my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. Know that phone readings have same-day priority. If you get a phone reading, you can get your reading the same day. All other readings typically take 1 to 3 days or less, usually less than 3 days, depending on when and what type of reading you buy. Alright? So, also my website is lamarrtownsendtarot.com. So if you would like to get a reading, once again, this is my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. So once you've reached this page, you know you're on the right page. Definitely check out my other social media pages, my Twitch, become a member of my Patreon, check out my Spotify, my podcast. Scroll down, read reviews from people who have verified purchase readings from me, and of course check out my Facebook and Instagram. If you like a reading, go to the store section. This is where you can go to view all the rates, services, products, classes, and candles I offer. I do birth chart readings. I do mediumship readings if you want to connect to those who have passed on. I do past life readings if you want to know about your past lives. I do psychic tarot readings, phone psychic tarot readings, video recorded psychic tarot readings sent to your email. Email psychic tarot readings. I also do spiritual development classes, tarot classes, astrology classes, like I said, candles, and so much more. So, thank you all for listening and watching. And yes, this is my website, so please do not hesitate to reach out. Let's talk about zodiac sign compatibilities, alright? We've talked about this plenty of times before on my YouTube channel, so this is not a new topic, right? Let's start with the earth signs, alright? Every element basically has their own way of going about life, their own way of doing things, and therefore they have a certain standard or expectation or things that they're attracted to, traits in others, alright, that kind of correlate with who they are as a people, right? So every person is different. Just because you're a Sagittarius doesn't mean that, what I have to say about, all fire signs or all Sagittarius relates to you. You may also have to remember that, you have a moon sign, you have a rising sign, you also have a Venus, Saturn, Mercury, and all those other planets, alright, in your natal chart. So get a natal chart reading if you don't know what that's about, right? The earth signs, earth is, and this relates a lot to tarot. If you ever get a tarot reading with me, I talk a lot about this too. Hi Shada, in Capricorn and Sagittarius, please. Well, we're gonna get there. We're on the earth signs now, so stick around. The earth signs, they have a way of going about life that is very practical, very slow moving. The earth signs are Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus, alright? The earth signs are also about their money, they're about their stability, they're about consistency. They kind of are about predictability. They like to know what to expect, so they are attracted to people who have these qualities within them, alright? People who are stable in some way, shape, or form. You got a good job, ability to, keep a roof over your head and, take care of yourself and, just kind of, your oats in life, right? Stability, alright? People who are consistent, alright? You're not taking forever to text back, alright? You're not, taking forever to make decisions, right? Maybe you're not indecisive in general, right? Earth signs also enjoy people who are a bit predictable. An earth sign is not going to enjoy someone who is unpredictable, who one day can be one way and the next day, they're a totally different person and they're making these decisions. Yesterday they're like this, today they don't like it. That's going to be a problem for an earth sign, because earth signs, once again, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, value consistency, reliability. That's another thing. Hi, Diana. That's another thing. Earth signs value reliability, all right? So if you are someone who is reliable, all right, then they will value this trait in you as an earth sign, all right? Earth signs really, they're detailed people. They're very practical people in the sense of the earth, right? So earth signs really pay attention to their surroundings. They pay attention to how they meet you, where they meet you, when they meet you. All right. Earth signs, once again, are really patient. So if you're not patient, you may have an issue with an earth sign. All right. They take their time, right? They're, hi Lolly. Hey Lamar, I love your eyeshadow today. Thank you, Lolly. I decided to try something a little bit different today. Um, but yeah, earth signs are practical people, slow moving people, patient people. Um, they're also people that by nature are a little bit reserved and keep to themselves and are slow to open up as well. All right. So once again, if you're impatient, you are going to, and I have, this shows up in so many personal readings, where, it'll be same issues, they're moving too slow. I can't read them. Sometimes earth signs can be difficult to read because they're not necessarily the most emotional. Not to say they're not emotional, but they're not the most. They don't show their emotions very well, or they don't show their emotions sometimes at all. They're very focused people, right? Very stubborn people at the same time, right? And they are people that tend to like to keep to themselves. They are observant. All right. They are also aware of the fact that, if they meet you in the club, maybe that might say a lot about the relationship. Not to say a lot about you, but, but at the same time, just because you meet them in the club doesn't mean you can't make a date, a more formal date. That would be good for like an earth sign. Something more formal. Sure, we met at the club, or sure, every now and then we like to go to the club, but earth signs are really people that like formal, formal dates, nice restaurants and stuff like that. Restaurants you have to dress up to go to. Restaurants where you have to spend maybe money, right? Because earth signs are hardworking, so they like to spend their money, especially on nice things, especially Taurus and Virgo, well, and Capricorn too, all of them, really, right? Let's talk about the fire signs. What are you all zodiac signs in the room? The fire signs are a bit more action-oriented people, and therefore, contrary to the earth signs, the fire signs are more so going to want people who, like them, are action-oriented, right? So, fire signs are also attracted to people who are confident, bold, courageous, all right? Fire signs are Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, all right? Fire signs are attracted to creativity, self-expression, people who aren't followers, all right? Fire signs tend to like leaders, right? Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, they can also be very opinionated, right? So fire signs may like people who have an opinion, right? Not necessarily that you're opinionated, all right? Because also be mindful with fire signs, they can be these types of energies where they kind of like to be the center stage. You kind of have to play your part, all right? Sometimes they'll let you have some shine, but, they also like to have center stage, and you kind of need to know to let them have their shine in that moment, right? So, a balance between leadership and allowing others to follow. By the way, someone sent a donation for a reading before I came live. I am doing live readings if you guys want to donate, all right? PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. A balance between leadership and following is good for a fire sign, but someone who's too much of a leader may not work too much for a fire sign. Someone who's too much of a follower may not work in the long run for a fire sign either, right? Someone who's kind of in the middle knows when to play their role, but also knows when to step up, and be a leader and be confident and, set their boundaries as well, all right? Fire signs are attracted to people who, I don't know if I want to say have a lot going on or who have things going on, right? Not just work, job, career. That's kind of boring for a fire sign. Yeah, what type of job do you do can be, fun if you have a fun job, but, it's like what you do with the money is more so like the fire signs energy. Let's go on a trip. All right, let's do something wild and crazy. Let's, go bungee jumping. Let's do something we've never all done. Let's go to a haunted forest. That's a fire sign. Adventure, fun, stepping outside your comfort zones. So if you're not necessarily someone that likes to do these things, you may not work the best with a fire sign. Fire signs they're fire. They burn through things, right? So they can be a little bit triggering too. So, if you're not, once again, someone that can't hold your own, in some way, shape, or form, and kind of maybe, know when to put people in their place, or, stand up for yourself, you may have trouble with a fire sign once again, right? Fire signs are very passionate, all right? And they express themselves very passionately, all right? Sometimes that can be a lot to handle for people. So if you have trouble with people who are very passionate, all right, and kind of fun loving, you may not bode well with a fire sign. Like I said, they can also be bold, right? So whereas maybe an earth sign, as we were just talking about earlier, is more so someone that is about decorum and, there's a time and a place. A fire sign may not adhere to those rules or regulations. A fire sign, they burn through things. So if they feel it in the moment, they're gonna say it. And if that's not your zhuzh, if you get embarrassed easily, or once again, if you're very non-confrontational, fire may not be the best for you. All right. So just some things to keep in mind. What are you guys thinking so far? Cancer, Sun, Scorpio, Moon, and Rising. So you're a lot of water, actually, which we're gonna get into in a second. Child, speaking of water, there's nothing like cold water, honey. Oh, Lord. Especially after a day like I had today. Can we take a break and can we have a story time? I'm sorry. Today, you guys, I attempted to install a bidet. I bought a bidet. I went out to Target because I've been looking into bidets today or lately because they just seem more eco-friendly, and especially within the climate we're in, it helps save money on tissue and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy a bidet and I'm gonna install it myself, and it's gonna be fabulous. Well, I made a huge mess. All right, needless to say, I had to call emergency maintenance to come and fix up my mess. They fixed up my mess, thankfully, but all my towels are soaked and my mats are soaked, and I didn't even get to use my bidet. And I had to return it. So I can't use a bidet. I'm kind of upset. That was like kind of a downer to my day, but I kind of got over it because it's like, is that really a big deal? But it was just the mess that ensued after me trying to install it that was frustrating. So needless to say, if you're not a handyman, handy person, be careful about doing handiwork around the home. That's why I'm afraid to get one, because I rent. Yeah, same. It was a mess, but luckily there was no damage, so that's all I can be thankful for. Sorry, I'm really thirsty. And this water is really nice and cold, just like I like it. Alright, so we talked about the fire signs. Let's talk about... Also, the fire signs can be adventurous, so, they are adventurous people. If you're someone that's boring, a little bit of a more predictable person, or you don't at least have this side to you, once again, you may have some issues with the fire sign. At least it's installed now. Yeah. At least I still have a working toilet. That's all I can, be thankful for, right? So let's talk about the air signs. The air signs are Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. The air signs, they're big on mental stimulation and mental stability. They're also big on communication, right? The air signs can be similar to the fire signs in which, they're more adventurous, they're fun. They're people who change their minds a lot and can be very adaptable to the situation or circumstances they're in or the people they're around. So if you're someone who, isn't into that, you may have some trouble with an air sign. If you're someone that is big on communication, my God, I'm sorry. I felt like there was something on my leg. Yeah, that's me, Aquarius. Yeah, if you're someone that's big on communication, if you're someone that is big on information and sharing information, knowledge, soaking up knowledge, reading books, immersing yourself in movies, air signs can be big movie people, dissecting things, you would do well with an air sign, right? Air signs can be, like I said, adaptable people. So an air sign is really someone who will find you at a certain place in your life and will stick with you. You know, the air signs are like the people who, you know, got with a billionaire before they were a billionaire, right? You know, they were there since the beginning, right? An air sign is someone who can really stick it through, once again, as long as there's mental stimulation, a mental connection, communication. And open communication is really big with air signs as well. Air signs are also people that kind of need their space every now and then. All right? All right? Air signs are people who need time with their friends. They need, you know, air signs are the people who, you know, will talk hours and hours and hours on the phone with their friends or their family, and they need that, you know. And you need to maybe not be jealous of the connection that they have with people, right? You know, because once again, air signs, it's about stimulation, communication, stimulating the mind, right? So if you're someone that gets jealous easily, you may have difficulty with an air sign, all right? Because once again, air signs need mental stimulation, so you can always mentally stimulate them, all right? So there's a need to accept that. There's a need to also kind of immerse yourself in the air signs world. There may be some things that, you know, the air signs into that you may not be into, but an air sign will really appreciate it if you at least make the effort to learn. Once again, air signs are all about learning, right? Communication, information. And an air sign is willing, if as long as you're willing, all right, to do the same thing. You know, there may be some things about you in your life. You know, maybe you play video games and your air sign's not into that. But, you know, they will, you know, it's not like when you're playing video games, they'll leave the room. Maybe while you're playing video games, they're in the same room with you reading a book. That's your moment, right? Like, that's an air sign, you know, kind of like thing, right? You're in your world, I'm in my world, you know, but we can still, you know, be in our worlds together. If you can't do that, that's going to be an issue with an air sign, all right? Air signs can be big with friends, right? So if you are someone that has, once again, is jealous easily or has issues with someone who's friendly or has a lot of friends, an air sign may not be the best match for you, all right? Air signs are very social. Once again, they're very communicative, all right? And their world is not most likely going to revolve around you 24/7. So if you're someone that has an issue with that, an air sign will not be a good match for you, all right? Yes, Diana. Your sun in Cancer and Venus in Gemini. Interesting. Well, we're about to talk about the water signs now. Years ago, I would watch a movie every day. Yes. Box Media 22 says I came across your YouTube channel by chance and I'm loving it. Well, thank you for being here. Let's talk about the water signs. The water signs, hi Destiny. The water signs are big on emotion, an emotional connection, all right? The water signs are big on intuition. If you're someone, I'm sorry, that is not intuitive or sensitive in some way to intuition or spirituality or emotions, you know, if you're not emotionally intelligent, right off the bat, you're going to have an issue with a water sign, most likely, okay? Water signs are people who will be good at reading your emotions, all right? Water signs are good, you know, with, you know, people are good people who are good at reading you intuitively, right? And your energy. So if you have an issue with that, you know, sometimes, you know, people have an issue with that. You'd be surprised, you know, that can make people feel uncomfortable, feeling exposed like that, you know. A water sign will make you feel exposed. Okay? So if you have an issue with that, water sign may not be the best for you, all right? A water sign can be a little bit moody sometimes, all right? They feel very deeply. Once again, they're very intuitive. They can be big on family, right? They're often people that are empathic, you know. I'm not always, right? But they're people who sometimes they may not even know they're empathic, right? Or spiritual or intuitive, you know, meaning that they are tapped into energy, you know, which means they may be tapped into a lot of other people's energies, right? Which may drain them. It may make them feel drained, tired, moody, once again. Maybe there's a need to understand that, you know, sometimes your water sign may be moody. And it may not be you, right? Don't take it personally. If you have an issue... Hold on, let's get rid of this troll real quick. Okay. If you have an issue with taking things personally a lot of the times, a water sign may not be the best match for you, okay? My mom, Pisces mom is great and moody. Yes, yes. My dad is Cancer, but he's dark-sided. Yeah. How are you, Destiny? How are you doing? Water signs, can be very sentimental, nostalgic. They're people who are really like, they really kind of hold their comforts close to them. Now, the thing with the water signs is that, comforts can be good or bad. Sometimes a water sign, and any other sign, but a water sign, remember, it's emotional comfort, will hold on to, a bottle, and you don't want to be pulled into that tide, right? So if you're someone maybe that's empathic, or if you're someone that, has a thing of needing to heal people and wanting to heal people and fix people, a water sign, surprisingly, may not be a good match for you, all right? Because they'll pull you in their tide and maybe drown you, all right? Not good, right? A water sign is someone who likes change, but at the same time doesn't like change that feels uncomfortable, right? Water signs are really big on comfort. I would say the number one when it comes to change would be Scorpio, right? But even Scorpio, when it comes to change, they can be really possessive into holding things as they are, right? So, water signs in a way can be like possessive, right? They may want to be around you a lot of the times. They can be emotionally like attached, right? Not all, right? But if that's an issue for you, if you're someone that needs your space, emotional space, a water sign may be someone where maybe you're not always around each other, but they want to hear your voice, they want to text you. It brings them comfort. If you're someone that has an issue with that, a water sign may not be a good match for you, all right? If you're someone that doesn't do well with other people's emotions, because a water sign, trust, will cry at some point. A water sign at some point may scream, may become moody. Something's going to happen emotionally, that's going to be turbulent, that you're going to also have to deal with too. If you don't do well with other people's emotions, a water sign may not be a best match for you, alright? And this is basically the compatibility of the zodiac signs in a nutshell, alright? By element, alright? What questions do you guys have? Box Media says, as a Cancer, this is spot on. I'm learning that other people can't always know how I'm feeling, so I have to talk things out and not sulk and give the silent treatment. Yes. Yeah. Hi, Kelton. Yes, Destiny. You ready to get read? Love the crystal. Thank you, Turtle Dove. Actually, speaking of getting read, one of you gave me a donation before I even came on live. Let me see. Crystal. Is Crystal in the room? By the way, you guys, I'm doing live readings, so if you would like a live reading, it is $5 for one question. I am doing PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. I do also accept Super Chat. Alright. Is Crystal in the room? Crystal, I'm about to answer your question. Thank you all, by the way, who have been purchasing personal readings. Thank you to who just sent a donation. Box Media 22 says, are Leo and Cancer good for long-term marriage? They can be. Leo is about children, childhood, so Leo can make a good parent, someone who may want children or have a fondness for, having their own child or something like that, taking care of children. Leo is also about creativity, self-expression, higher purpose, in life. Cancer is about family, home, motherhood, alright? So Cancer can also be a family type of person. So they can be really good match for making family, which would denote long-term marriage or long-term relationship of some sort, When you have a child with someone, you're in it for the long run, right? So they can be a good match long term, yes. Coley says, can you do a series on the sign in Mars? Yes, I tried to do one years ago, but I don't know why I stopped. But yes, I will do that. Alright, Crystal, we're going to answer your question so we can keep it moving. Oh, that's you, Rick Jones. Oh, okay, you just sent a donation. Oh, okay. Well, we're going to answer Crystal's question. I don't know where Crystal is, honey. But, let's just go ahead and answer Crystal's question. Crystal wants to know, let me actually cleanse the cards, because I think I'm coming off doing a personal reading. So let me just go ahead and cleanse the cards. Which is why I'm on so late today. I was doing personal readings really late. Well, I'm always late anyway. Thank you for cleansing and clearing the energy of this deck when you pass reading. In the name of the Mother, the Daughter, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. Amen, amen, amen. Alright. Crystal wants to know, will my Aries and I reconcile in July? Will Crystal and her Aries person reconcile in July? I get the Lovers card, so it's definitely a strong possibility that yes, you and this Aries person will reconcile or in some way, shape, or form. The Lovers cards can signify passion, possible love bombing. Alright, so maybe be mindful of that. Or old feelings resurfacing. Alright, be careful of getting, too swept up in the emotion and, the drama of everything and the excitement. Because the Lovers card can also be a double-edged sword. Alright, it's almost like, is this too good to be true? 8 times out of 10, it's too good to be true. Alright, so, kind of, go with the flow with that one, Crystal. Alright. Shada says, my ex was a Sun, Sag, Scorpio Moon, and Libra Rising. What does he as a whole person? And I'm a Capricorn Sun, Scorpio Moon, and Capricorn Rising. What that says about me? It sounds like you want a birth chart reading. The Sun is someone's self-expression. The Sun is someone's creativity. The Sun is someone's energy for life, zest for life. Sagittarius are fast-moving people. The Moon is your emotions, how you express yourself, your connection to your family and your home. He may have a toxic, or they may have a toxic relationship with their family. Emotionally, he feels things very, or I don't know why I'm saying they could feel things very deeply. Rising is your physical appearance. It's how others see you. It's your self-image, how you see yourself. So as a Libra rising, he could be well-liked. He may want to be well-liked. I don't know why I keep saying he. They may want to be well-liked, but they may also have following tendencies. All right. Thank you, Chally. Dadbot says Libra, Sun, Cancer, Rising, Pisces, Moon. Interesting combination of Earth and water. So let's get into your question, Dadbod, number kid, or no kid. Dadbod, no kid. That's an interesting name. All right. For Libra indecision, what's my next career path? What is Richard's next career path? By the way, you guys, I'm doing live donation reading. So if you would like a question, it is $5 for one question. It is PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. Alright. What is Dad Bod's next career path? Thank you, Jenny, for your donation. Oh, okay. Interesting card. Sorry, I'm really thirsty. Child, this water is so good. Ugh, I love this water bottle. Do you guys get like that when you drink cold water? I don't know what it is about cold water. Anyways, I get the Knight of Cups, or the Knight of Swords. So what's next for your career path? The Knight of Swords can signify fast movement, forward movement in some way, shape, or form. The Knight of Swords can signify intellect, communication, utilizing the mind in some way, shape, or form. So whatever it is that you're moving next in terms of your career path, I feel like you're moving towards it fast. I feel like it's something you already have your mind on or your mind set on. I feel like it's something you know about or know a lot about, or somewhat. I don't know if you're an expert. You may be an expert, or you definitely know some stuff about. The Knight of Swords can also be about networking, needing to communicate. All right, needing to communicate with the right people. Okay. Let's see. Let's just get one more card. Rarely do I pull another card, but every now and then when I feel like I need a little bit more clarity, I pull another card. Once again, I get the Eight of Wands, so yeah, I feel like there also could be a couple options on the table. Well, you sent $7, so it makes sense. I feel like there could be a couple options on the table for you as well. There could be a couple directions maybe that you're thinking of moving in, Dad, Bod, alright? I want to say don't limit yourself. It might benefit you to be open to multiple streams of income. 8 can signify career as well, long-term career. Alright, so whatever you're doing next, it may be something you're going to be doing for a while as well. But I see fast movement though. So whatever it is may be coming faster than you think. Does that make sense, Dad Bod? Thank you, Samara, for your donation. By the way, you all, I'm doing live readings, so if you would like a live reading, we were talking earlier about the zodiac sign compatibility. We talked quite in depth about it. Alright, so I would definitely watch the replay when you can. Now we're just chatting and doing live readings. Alright, so let's go ahead and do, I think Journey sent their donation first, and then we'll get to Samara's donation. Remember, you guys, I'm doing live question reading, so $5 for one question, PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. Can you reply to someone on Cash App? Because I want to reply to Crystal and tell her I did her question. Alright. Journey says, should I be concerned with my new business idea being stolen by people I've told or conferences I've been in? Should Journey be concerned about Journey's new business idea being stolen by people they've told or conferences they've been in? I'm not compatible with anyone lately. Ciao. I feel you. Dad Bod says, makes a lot of sense. My idea involves traveling and using my expertise. Interesting. Interesting. Should you be concerned with people your idea being stolen? I get the Two of Cups, so, this can kind of be like a yes and a no. I feel like someone definitely could be intrigued by your idea. Two of Cups could be people working together, though. So I'm not sure if someone's come to you and asked you questions or maybe wants to collaborate with you in some way, shape, or form. I would be careful, definitely. I wouldn't tell people all your secrets, alright? But yeah, I feel like someone may want to learn from you or maybe learning from you in some way, shape, or form, or take your idea and use it for their own benefit in some way, shape, or form. All right. So I would be careful of telling people your business, but at the same time, the Two of Cups can signify it might not be a bad idea to collaborate in some way, shape, or form with the right people. All right. Just like you can teach others, you can learn from others. So, kind of goes both ways, if that makes sense, right? Does that make sense? All right. And trust and believe, if you go to someone else, they're probably not going to tell you all their secrets either. That's just kind of how it goes, right? But each one teach one. Okay. Thank you, Box Media, for your donation. What are you all zodiac signs? Who do you all feel like you're most compatible with? For me, I'm an Capricorn Sun, Libra Moon, Virgo Rising. I feel like I can be compatible with earth signs, obviously. I can be compatible with water, but not too much water. I can kind of be compatible with anyone, to be honest with you. I feel, but I feel like that could be my Libra moon. I'm also Venus in Scorpio, so maybe someone who has kind of a. I could work with someone who has a balance of a little bit of everything, to be honest with you, but the right balance, the perfect balance. Does that make sense? I'm a Pisces with a Virgo moon and rising. Ooh, interesting. Pisces and Virgo are opposites. Alright, let's get to Samara's question. Alright. By the way, you guys, I'm doing, remember, live reading, so it is $5 for one question, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and I do also accept Super Chat. Samara wants to know, will I have a safe and wonderful trip to Morocco in September? I love Venus in Scorpio. I have Venus in Pisces. Yes. I don't know if I pay attention to people's Venus enough. Maybe I should. I think once I tell guys that I'm a psychic tarot reader, like astrologer, I think at that point asking them their birthday, I think they already know what's up. So sometimes I put my foot in my mouth with that one, you know. Alright. Samara wants to know, will I have a safe and wonderful trip to Morocco? Will Samara have a safe and wonderful trip to Morocco in September? Interesting, the same card comes up. The Knight of Swords. I feel like you definitely need a break. The Knight of Swords is like rushing to get there almost. Right. The Knight of Swords can signify be present while you're there. I feel like you'll have a safe trip. But I feel like there's like almost like a rushing or not fully being present. It's almost like wanting to rush, wanting to just get there. Just enjoy. I feel like slow down. Take everything in. I feel like there's a need to take pictures. Otherwise, I feel like the trip could be a blur. Almost. So try not to rush anything. Alright, slow down. And just enjoy things. You know, take pictures. Maybe take some souvenirs. I also feel like there's a need to be, like, mindful, like, maybe of weather. Or do some research before you get there on certain things like that. Like, what's the weather usually like? Or, you know, what's the customs in terms of dressing? Like, I feel like there's, just to also make your trip comfortable. And so you're not rushing. Like, I feel like there may be this energy of rushing. Alright? I hope that made sense, Samara. Hey, honey. I get guys' birth info before I even... Oh, dang, the thing went away. Oh, wow, thank you, Energy Maven. I get guys' birth info before I even meet them. How do you do that? Thank you, Araceli, for your donation. Let's get to Box Media's question. I came across a guy on Instagram, and I feel like he and I will eventually end up together. Is he the one, or is it just wishful thinking? Is the guy that Box Media met on Instagram the one, or is it wishful thinking? Spirit, what do you have to say about this? Just ask for it. I have the same issue with asking for birth info too soon. I don't want them to know what I'm doing with it, though. I don't want them to know. What's your birth date, month, and year? And if you know the time and place you're born, that would be great, too. Alright. Why am I doing a whole spread right now? I'm sorry. I just literally pulled a whole spread. I'm literally still coming off doing a personal reading. Alright, I get the Knight of Cups, so is he the one or is it just wishful thinking? There's definitely possibility here between you and this guy you met on Instagram with the Knight of Cups. There definitely could be a connection of a potential connection. It's too soon to say he's the one though. Alright? So it's not fully wishful thinking, alright, but there's definitely something there that you may want to explore, or pursue. Too soon to say if he's the one though. I feel like time will tell. There's a need to connect with him and feel it out first, right? But at least there's possibility. Thank you. Let's get to Energy Maven's question and then we'll get to Araceli's question. Oh, you tell them what you're doing with it? You are just bold, Shaylee. I wish I could be that bold. Alright, Energy Maven says, will I get the ER physician assistant job near my family that I applied for? Well, Energy Maven, nothing wrong with telling them. Really? You guys actually tell them? Maybe I should just be more forward and honest then. Alright? You guys are inspiring me. Will Energy Maven get the ER physician assistant job near their family that they applied for? I get the Two of Wands, so it's a yes and a no. It's a possibility, but I wouldn't put all my eggs in this one basket. It's possible that maybe you have 1 foot in, 1 foot out with this, or they have 1 foot in, 1 foot out with their decision with you. So it's not something I would bank on necessarily, but it is a possibility in some way, shape, or form that they could maybe unexpectedly at the last minute reach out and say, hey, we've made a decision, we want to hire you. Would I bank on that? No. With the Two of Wands coming up, it's almost like, they have other options out there, you also have other options out there too. So I would keep exploring your options in the meantime. Okay? Does that make sense? Why are some of my cards upside down? Okay, will I pass my license exam in September? Will Energy Maven pass their license exam in September? I get the Eight of Cups, so will you pass your license exam in September? It's June, July, August, September. I feel like, yes, if you start studying, if you start putting in the work now, the more prepared you are longer term, the better. So I would say, I hope you've been preparing, longer than now, even longer than now. The Eight of Cups can signify going in with trepidation, worry, fear. So you're going to need to not let that get the best of you, alright, going into the exam. The Eight of Cups can be, like looming gloom and doom or worry that can manifest. So it's like maybe you're worried so much that you won't pass that, you end up not passing, or you worry so much that you don't pass that you pass, but it's like a lower grade kind of thing. Alright? Yeah, I have major test anxiety. Yeah, so I feel like there's like a need to work on that. I feel like, once again, the longer you, how do I say this, Spirit? The more prepared you are long term, the better you'll be, I feel like. Because if you've been preparing for 3 months on test day, it's like by the time you get there, it's like, well, I've been preparing for 3 months, blah, 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 blah. Like, I feel like that's the best way to approach it. Okay? But it could be, once again, you pass, but it may not be like the best score you expect, or the top 1%, but it's like you pass kind of thing, So maybe just focus on passing, like, like don't set the bar too high for yourself. Don't Don't put too much on yourself. Get some quartz energy. Yeah, exactly. You know, wear some crystals on test day, something. Maybe a lucky charm, right? Will I meet a man worthy of a long-term relationship this year? Will Energy Maven meet a man worthy of a long-term relationship this year, Spirit? Okay. I get the Two of Swords. So there definitely could be some indecisiveness with this question. Either you're indecisive on whether or not you really want a man or to be in a relationship, or you're indecisive of whether or not it could actually happen. So I feel like, also with the Two of Swords, it's almost like you see this person with the swords covering their heart, right? There may be a need for you to open up in some way in order to meet the man worthy of a long-term relationship. Now, the Two of Swords can signify at the most maybe 2 years. Alright? But within those 2 years, you would be working on yourself. It could also be maybe you meet someone, that could develop into something within 2 months or maybe at the earliest 2 weeks. But I see over the span of like a 2-year term, I feel like some changes are going to happen for you over these next 2 years. That's going to put you in a better place to meet someone. Spirit talking back to me. I'm indecisive about whether I even have the time or space for a man, so it's funny I'm asking about it. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's why maybe I got 2 years. I feel like you'll be in a better place in like 2 years, within 2 years. I don't know why I see moving for you. Or something like that. Like, change of environment, change of scenery. Well, we're moving on up. Energy Maven says, well, when I'm in this space, I only meet married men who are also indecisive, unavailable. Ooh, yeah, not gonna work, right? Maybe because right now you're also indecisive and unavailable, right? So once again, there's a need to work on you first. Open up. And then I think you'll be in the place to meet the man. Right? But I think it's coming. Alright? I think sometimes we just get in our own way. Right? Especially when it comes to love and dating. Alright, Araceli, let's get to your question. Araceli, I hope you're in the room. Araceli wants to know, why do I attract men who want to control me? I usually attract earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Leo. Cusps, Virgo. I'm a Capricorn, so it ain't happening. Thank you. You rock like your crown. Thank you, Energy Maven. You guys love this crown. Thank you. Alright. Why does Araceli attract men who want to control Araceli? Alright. I get the Nine of Pentacles. I think because you're independent, you have your own, you're someone, that's almost like a challenge. You're someone that's used to doing for yourself. So I feel like these men control you as a way of them getting you to try, as a way of you getting them to need them, or thinking you need them, or knocking you down a size or peg in terms of your self-sufficiency, independence, things of that nature. So controlling you and knocking you down a peg makes them feel more comfortable, basically. Right. So I think you need a man that's comfortable with you having your own and being confident about it. And maybe not needing a man, but, just being comfortable having them in your life, Some men want to be needed, right? So they control you. Vox Media says, I aspire to be a billionaire in the future. I could help many people and heal the world. Is this too lofty of a goal, or is this actually in my future? Is it possible? Is it too lofty of a goal for Box Media to be a billionaire, or is this actually in their future, Spirit? I get the Eight of Wands, so be careful of having too many things going on at once, too many moving parts. But I also feel like if you were to become a billionaire, it would most likely be through having multiple streams of income. All right. But once again, be careful of having too many moving parts, right? Especially through the scope of wanting to heal the world, right, or help the world. So I feel like it's possible, but I feel like there's a need to be organized about it in terms of your pursuing it and diversify. That's what I get. And also with the 8, once again, it could take a while. 8 is time. All right. So don't expect it to happen overnight either. Thank you to who just donated. Thank you, the Black Swan, the real Black Swan. Does that make sense, Box Media? Thank you, the real Black Swan. What is your question? While we wait for the real Black Swan to ask her question, I'm gonna go get more water. I'll be right back. Oh, I didn't realize this wasn't on. All right. Yes, and thank you so much. You're welcome. All right, let's get to your question, the real Black Swan. Remember, you guys, if you would like to donate for a question while I'm here, hold on. If you would like to donate for a question while I'm here, that's $5 for one question, and I do accept PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo, but I do also accept Super Chat as well. All right. So the real Black Swan wants to know, how do I deal with the angry coworker who cursed me out last week? Ooh. How does the real Black Swan deal with the angry coworker who cursed them out last week? How does the real Black Swan deal with the coworker who cursed them out last week? I get the Knight of Wands, so, the Knight of Wands can actually be a confrontational card. So I feel like you definitely need to, I don't know if I want to say put them in their place or just and you kind of need to let them know they can't walk all over you, or they don't have free reign to do that. So whether you confront them or whether there's another opportunity, something else that comes up, they say something smart to you, maybe nip it in the bud in that moment, but you kind of need to put them in their place in some way, shape, or form with the Knight of Wands. Alright? So how you choose to go about it, whether you kind of confront them and say, hey, we need to talk, or hey, I didn't like when you did so and so, or maybe something pops up and it's like, don't do that again. However you choose to approach it is up to you, but definitely Spirit is saying set your boundaries, put them in their place. It's interesting because the Knight of Wands can be petty though, so I don't know, try not to be petty, but that's your choice at the same time. Does that make sense? But it seems like, once again, the Knight of Wands is a card of sticking up for yourself, so. Oh. Box Media says, what kind of personality is a person with Leo, Sun, Venus, and Cancer, Mercury, and Aries? And who would that be? They may be someone that interrupts people a lot, maybe. They may be someone that has an exterior of being tough, but they can actually be very sensitive on the inside, or very sensitive about things. They may not always show it. They may have a tough exterior, but they may also be sensitive. They may like sensitivity in other people, right? Because they're probably also sensitive deep down on the inside. They may like to dominate the conversation a lot. They may like to dominate moments. All right. So it's that Leo, Sun, Mercury, and Aries combination. There may also be someone that thinks a lot, talks a lot, thinks fast, moves fast. But it's interesting, Venus and Cancer can show them liking the opposite. It's almost like they date someone and it's like, I wouldn't normally see these two types of people together, but I get it after seeing them together. So there could be something where on the outside you two seem opposite or different, but you probably have a lot in common. Energy Maven says, yeah, you don't deserve that, and no matter how it went down before or how it triggered past hurts, it does not have to keep happening, and you are supporting it and saying no thanks. Yes. Yeah. Fool me once, shame on you. Is it fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me? Don't let someone do something, that you don't like more than once, because they'll keep doing it, you know. That's why, in a lot of relationships, you get to the point where you have to cut people off, right? Because the boundaries weren't set early on, or weren't established early on. So, you know, we have to learn how to set our boundaries. Do we have to have a topic one day about boundaries? Energy Maven says, sorry, just my 2 cents. My Mercury is in first house and my Mars is in third, so sometimes I talk too much. My Mercury's in Sagittarius, so that's probably why I have a YouTube channel. Because I talk a lot. Diana says, Lamarr, have you ever been in a physical fight? No. I've never been in a physical fight. Can I fight? Yes. I'm one of those people where I'm afraid of my own power, because when I get really angry, I transform into the Hulk. So I try not. I'm a lover, not a fighter. More so a fighter with my words. I will use my fist after. If my words didn't get you together, then if we have to take it to the fist, we'll take it to the fist, right? But normally, no, I'm not really a fighter. I'll call the cops before I get in a fight. Like, I'm not risking my face getting messed up or anything like that. Right? Or just have a weapon on you, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, and people will leave you alone. Or some mace or something like that, right? The Real Black Swan says yes, yes. Diana says Lamarr keeps it classy. Yeah. But yeah, I grew up being taught how to fight. You can't be in my family and not know how to fight. The Real Black Swan says, please do a show on boundaries. Yeah. That's actually good. I think we may talk about that. Diana says you'll hex them. Yeah, pretty much. That's my way of fighting, is I'll fight you with my words, and I'll probably hex you too. I'm not gonna lie. So Clarence Thomas better watch his back. Speaking of which, just saying, alright? I'm sick of his behind. I'm really sick. I'm just sick of seeing his face. His face is just not pleasant to look at. It's just really not. So. Yes. I'm surprised some of you are up, but I have to remember that a lot of you are probably on different time zones. So. He looks so miserable. He really does. Like, is it really that bad? I don't know. But we did a reading. Did we do a reading on Clarence like 2 days ago? We did Scream, and then we did Clarence. The breaking news says I'm a night owl. Yeah, same. Me too. I think after this I might go to the gym, do a light workout, come back, not take Fonzie for a walk. And now I have to... He's gotten a little bit crazy with walking, so I have to... My mom told me, like, walking should be a treat. So walk him every other day, not when he wants to. Moms know best, always. Alright? I have to watch your video on him. Yeah, we talked about Clarence a little bit. Why do people send out hexes when they know what is sent out comes back ×3? Sometimes it's justified. Also, if you know how to do it right, it doesn't come back that much or that hard. So you have to have those two... Not everyone believes that exactly. Not everyone believes it. So you have to have those two factors. Has to be justified, and you better know how to make sure it doesn't come back to you tenfold. Alright? And that's what I'll say on that. But you're right, Dana. Not everyone believes that. Right, but breaking news. Yeah. And you also have to know what type of spell, if you do a certain spell, once again, it's probably not going to come back to you as much as if you do a doom and gloom candle, right? You know, or something like that. That's probably going to come back to you tenfold. But if you do, you know, a certain candle the right way, you know, the right time, you know, spirit will have your back, if that makes sense. I don't know. So, yeah. Gotta know what you're doing with magic. It's not a game, that's for sure. Do you guys have any questions about Zodiac sign compatibility? Do you guys have any other last minute questions before I sign off? This might be an early one. Alright. We talked up a storm at the beginning. So it is $5 for one question. Once again, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. I do also accept Super Chat. You're a Pisces sun. Interesting. Pisces by nature is very spiritual. Pisces by nature is very tapped into the occult, things of that nature. Pisces are the daydreamers. They're the people, you know, that are like magical, that see the magic in life. They're also very creative. What are some potential issues in a Leo and Cancer relationship? Boundaries. Neediness. Maybe some competition for attention or neediness in some way, shape, or form. Cancer can be very sensitive as well. Leo in the moment, you know, will say something, and it will come out harsh, right? Cancers can hold grudges. Leo is more so a sign that they can hold a grudge, but eventually they get over it, right? Eventually they come to a point when they realize it's just not worth it to keep wasting my energy on this. Remember, Leo's about energy. Cancer's emotion. So, Leo, once again, likes attentiveness, and Cancer likes attentiveness. So they're two people who like attention. That can be a good thing or a bad thing, right? Two people who want attention, you know, a lot of attention in the same relationship. But they can also make good parents, alright? But will also most likely have different parenting styles as well. Diana says, what's your favorite sign, Lamarr? My favorite sign, honestly, is Libra. My moon sign. Does that make sense, Box Media? Yeah, I don't know why. I just love Libras. I also love when I found out other people are moon in Libra. Jamal Bryant says, can you do a general reading right now on what exactly? Or who? What are you all's favorite zodiac signs? Or a reading for the week? I can pull a card for everyone for the week. What's coming up for everyone for the week? I get the Five of Pentacles. Everyone needs to probably save their money. Five of Pentacles can signify... How do I say this? Conserving your energy. Conserve your energy this week. Try not to expend too much energy. It's an energy this week of like just mind your business. It would be best to just mind your business and tend to yourself. Save your coins. I get something about save your coins. And just tend to your own garden. That's probably the best way of going about this week, is tending to your own garden. Everyone has something going on. Remember that this week. Whether you know it or not, everyone has something going on. Alright? That was good. I like that. You love Leo men. Opinions on Sag, Sun, Cat, Moon, and Rising. A Sag, Sun, Cat, Moon, and Rising is someone who struggles with doing things the same way but wanting to do things differently. Getting bored but also not wanting to leave their comfort. Wanting to see what's out there but at the same time afraid to leave what they have, kind of thing. It also depends on when you're born. Like what, are you born in November or December? It sounds like you would maybe be born in December. But it depends on, are you a cusper maybe? Alright. Doris says, my husband is a Libra and I'm an Aries. He avoids fights with me. Yeah, Libras are very non-confrontational people. And mind you, Libra is the polar opposite of Aries, so... Leo, they tell it like it is. Leo does tell it like it is. Yes, and sorry I keep asking about Leos, but I'm drawn to a guy who's a Leo. Oh, that makes sense. I can't stand Aries men, and that's my rising. I don't think there's a sign I can't stand. No. I notice I sometimes do have trouble, for some reason, with Scorpio women as friends, though. That's one thing I've noticed. Box Media says, one more question, please. How to tame a Leo and get him to commit? Child, they can't be tamed. Yes, drag me. How to tame a Leo and get him to commit? I think a Leo has to already want to commit to you. You have to align with their purpose in life and where they're going in life. Leos like people who are fun, right? Adventurous. If they want children, you have to be someone they could see themselves having children with, for example. So I think the ducks already have to be in a row for him to want to commit. Does that make sense? Thank you for your donation, Energy Maven. Thank you, 111 everywhere. Geminis can be flighty in Aquarius. Libras can be flighty too. I clash with people who have Pluto in the 7th house. Too many power games. Yeah, I could see that. You can't stand Scorpio? Child. Aries men are too stuck up for me. I'm like, shut up already. I could see that. Alright, let's get to Energy Maven's questions. Thank you for your donation, Energy Maven. Energy Maven says, when will America address the homeless problem by providing enough housing? That's a good question. They can't be tamed. Facts. I'm married to one. When will America address the homeless problem by providing enough housing? You can't stand Geminis? I have a lot of Geminis in my family. They can be funny. But they can be really flighty, though. I'm not gonna lie. And they will say one thing and do another. Or they'll say one thing and not do it. Yeah. That's my only thing with Geminis. Anyways. 6 of Pentacles shows up for when will America address the homeless problem by providing enough housing? It's interesting. It almost looks like this person here is giving away coins or rations to people who almost look homeless or in need in some way, shape, or form. So it's interesting this card came out for this question. It could be definitely within the next 6 years, probably. We could hear something about maybe within the next 6 weeks, 6 months. But I get like rations in some way, shape, or form. I feel like there could be more shelters made or something like that. I feel like it's more so places for homeless people to get on their feet, get themselves together, and then get out in the world and actually become a citizen, or a more refined citizen, reformed citizen, whatever you want to say, right? And therefore they'll have more opportunities. Like, that's what I get. Almost like transition housing kind of thing. Because the goal is to get the homeless people off the street and refined into society, if that makes sense, right? Or at least that's what the card comes across. And Libra is Gemini, man. My brother's a Gemini and he's good at everything. Yeah, I don't like the flighty thing. Geminis are good at a lot of things. They are good at a lot of things. Geminis actually know a lot of things too. You'd be surprised. Me neither. I'm an earth sign and I value stability. Yes, we talked about that earlier. So Energy Maven's next question is, will my landlord try to overcharge for things as I move out of my apartment next month? That's annoying. The next real estate bubble is about to burst and we're seeing the homeless population explode everywhere already. Makes sense it could be that soon. Ooh, yeah, you're right. Will Energy Maven's landlord try to overcharge for things as Energy Maven moves out of their apartment next month? I get the Empress. So I feel like even if they do try to overcharge you for things, you'll be able to afford it. I feel like it just could be little things. And it may be things where it's like, oh, okay, I could see that. Like, you know, I can't blame them for that. You know, it's like, so there could be little petty charges, but it's almost like you justify them, or it's like, oh, it's not that much anyway, kind of thing, right? But I feel like the Empress could also be, for the most part, you leaving the apartment in good condition. So I don't know if there's going to be much they can charge you for, right? Let's get to KK's channel video fun. I am a Scorpio. Is my Scorpio mate being genuine? Is KK channel's video fun Scorpio being genuine? Okay, good. They tried to overcharge me for false bills when I moved in, so I'm on guard. Got it. KK's channel says, I sent a question, please answer. I'm answering right now, KK's channel. Alright. Keep it cute. Alright. I feel like, to answer your question, is your Scorpio mate being genuine? I feel like they are being genuine. They could be a bit selfish, though, and be keeping to themselves. However, they're very much about their comforts. So I feel like there's someone that's not big on sacrificing or big on compromising. Alright? That could be the biggest issue. They're not big on compromising or sacrificing. Alright? Or stepping outside their comfort zones. For you or anyone, almost. So I feel like selfishness is at stake here, or is the energy I'm picking up. But, this can show them, yes, being genuine. But there's a lot of, once again, selfishness, self-focus here as well. Alright? Just because they're genuine doesn't mean it's all kosher. Does that make sense? Not keep it cute. Now, y'all know. Y'all know I'm sassy. But I hope that answered your questions, KK channel. Sorry for getting a little sassy. Alright. It is 1 a.m., honey. You know, people get tired and, you know, delirious usually around this time. So, today I can say it's not the wine. It is not the wine that is making me sassy. I'm just naturally sassy. Okay. Now, I'm just trying to, like, fix my cards because I'm noticing some of them are showing up reverse, and I don't read reverse, so that bothers me. Here for the sass. You're welcome, KK's channel. So Capricorn. Yes, child. Alright. I love coming live every day. I love coming live every day, one, because I get to talk to you all. Number two, I think it's a great way to post content and not have to worry about, like, what content am I going to post today? Oh my god, I haven't posted content in a week or a couple days. I think live is good for that. Connecting with your audience and keeping, content up to date. Otherwise, the only way I can connect with you all is via the chat. Oh, no, not the chat. The comment section. Sometimes I message a select few of you all every now and then via Instagram or personal readings. Jamal says, thank you to whoever just donated. Thank you, Jamal, for your donation. Jamal wants to know, is joining anyway a good idea? What is anyway? Is joining anyway a good idea? I had someone approach me about it, and I do need extra income, but I also feel like I should wait for something better. Oh, maybe it's an app. Okay. Is joining anyway a good idea for Jamal? Is joining anyway a good idea for Jamal? It's also a good way for me to practice my makeup. I notice as well. Alright. Is joining anyway a good idea for Jamal? I get the 8 of Swords. I feel like it could be restricting. I feel like it could take up a lot of time, effort, or energy that could be put elsewhere. That's not to say don't take the opportunity. It's just to say if you're going to take it, have boundaries with it. There's definitely a possibility for something better to come through. So if you need the extra income, take it, but it's like maybe only for the extra income, right? It's not to replace it with your main job or as your main job kind of thing. Like, just keep that in mind. That makes sense? Okay, will I get a car here in the next month? Will Jamal get a car in the next month, Spirit? What do you have to say about this? Will Jamal get a car in the next month? I get the Page of Wands, so... The Page of Wands can be yes. It could be you getting a car that's like the best you can afford, which with the Page it may not be the best quality, right? If you wait a little while, you could maybe get something better, perhaps. Oh, Amway. Oh, Amway. Okay, that makes sense. Because I was like, I've never heard of an app called Anyway. So, that makes sense. But yeah, with the Page of Wands coming up, I get, yes, it's possible for you to get in a car next month. The Page of Wands, my only issue is that the Page of Wands can be very impulsive, and it can make decisions. It's an energy of making decisions and not really thinking it all the way through. So it's like you could get a car, but like have to put money into it in the long run. So just make sure if you're going to get a car soon that it's good quality, it's something that's worthwhile, basically, and not just an impulsive decision. Okay? I hope that makes sense. Let's get to Joran's question, and then we'll check how much battery I have left on my camera. We've been on for almost an hour and 30 minutes. It's so interesting when you get on Venmo and you see all these people's names. I'm like, I know this person, but I don't know all these other people. And why is this showing up for me anyway? I don't want to know. I don't want to know their business. Venmo's weird for that. Like, why does it show everyone and everyone's financial transactions? I don't know if I need to see all that. But anyways, girl, I'm sick of Tauruses. Tauruses can be stubborn. That's my thing with them, is they can be very stubborn. They're also not the best at texting, I noticed. They can be slow texters. Alright, Jorin wants to know, will I get one of the jobs I applied for? Will Jorin get one of the jobs that Jorin applied for? They're good in bed, though. Tauruses are good in bed, yes. That is true. Most of them, at least. And they're an earth sign, so earth signs can also be kinky as well, right? Especially Taurus. Taurus is also about the five senses: touch, taste, smell, sight, hearing, right? So will Doreen get one of the jobs that Doreen applied for? I get the Wheel of Fortune, so definitely yes, you will get one of the jobs that you applied for. I feel like the wheel is already in motion for you to get something. I think the prayer should be to get the right one for you. That the wheel lands on the right job for you, right? But yes, one of them most likely will come through, definitely. The wheel is a 10 card. I don't know why I keep getting the number. I always get the number 4 with the wheel. So I'm going to say maybe 4 to 10 days, 4 to 10 weeks, 4 to 10 months. All right? Does that make sense? Calton says, I'm sort of dealing with a Taurus that I told multiple times that I'm not interested in him, but he's doing things in hopes of a relationship will start anyway. Feels so fake and I'm a Sag, so I need air. Can't breathe without air. No air, no air. I forgot that song, but yeah. I don't know why that just reminded me of that. I mean, if he's a Taurus child, he's going to keep trying, so maybe as a Sagittarius, you need to bring out that bluntness and just say the truth, right? Tauruses are stubborn. They're going to keep trying and keep trying. Capricorns are the same way. Virgo's the same way. They'll keep trying for years and years, decades, all right? I'm telling you. I'm a Capricorn, all right? Not to say I would do that, so don't try me, but yeah. Energy Maven says, you can see where my priorities are misplaced right now. Oh, he's all right in bed? Child, he may have some other placements. Dora says, thank you. You're welcome, Dora. Because he's suffocating. I'm Jordan Sparks' child. Can't live, can't breathe without air. No air, no air. Jordan Sparks made some good music. What happened to her? But yeah, you might have to have a conversation with your Taurus. I really prefer when you kind of lay that right off the bat, or when the guy lays that right off the bat, or I lay it right, whatever, it's like, not looking for a relationship, I'm just, whatever, or I'm looking for a relationship, it's good to be honest, I think. Alright, you guys, I think I'm going to sign off soon. It is almost 2 a.m. I'll stay on for a few more minutes so we can make it an hour and 30. Excuse me. If you're like a last minute donation, remember it is $5 for one question. I do accept PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. And also, I am available for personal readings on my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com, as well as classes, candles, and so much more. I hope you all enjoyed our Zodiac sign compatibility chat. Alright? Hope you learned some stuff as well. Kelton says I was on his neck. This Sag, Sun, Cat, Moon, Rising, Mercury was on his neck, but even my honesty and him agreeing with me wasn't enough for him to just understand. He may have issues with boundaries then, which is a red flag. Sag, Sun, Cat, Moon, me too. Interesting. I'm born on the cusp of Sagittarius. I'm December 27th. That's why we so horny. Oh, me so horny. Oh, me so horny. Child. Y'all stay horny up in this chat. I don't know what I'm gonna do with y'all. Y'all just need to get out there and get you some honey. We have a full moon coming up. Let's do some candles for sex. Alright? Maybe we need to do a topic on sex magic. Hope he leaves you alone. Me too. Yeah. I think maybe ignoring him. Earth signs are good at ignoring. So when they get ignored, they usually get it. So I don't know if you've been ignoring him lately. That might anger him. You're going to have to deal with that. You know, ignore that, all right? But there's a need to set boundaries at this point. Yeah, that would be a good topic, and boundaries, which I think someone mentioned before. Yeah, boundaries and sex magic. Do a spell on him to repel him. Kelton says he told me us hanging out, and he still had his mind 75% preoccupied on a relationship, like we're friends, boy. Oh, he sounds desperate, like he really likes you. But you know, these are the types of people where you need to set boundaries with them. You know, flirt with other guys in front of him. You know, it may hurt his feelings, but it sounds like at this point, maybe that's necessary, right? Do it gently, but you know, sometimes that needs to happen for people to get it. Now, maybe it risks ruining your friendship as well. So once again, it's drastic measures. So I just started talking to him after a week of no communication. I would have kept it a no communication. But I don't know. You know, I when it comes to these types of things, even in readings, I don't like to tell you all what to do because I understand that in these types of relationships, it's easier said than done. So all I can do is give you advice, honey. All right. In a personal reading, all I can do is give you the scenarios I see. All right, and that is what it is. What you do is what you do. What you do with the information is what you do with the information I give you. Kelton says he does like me. He said I gave him energy that he's been looking for from previous relationships. Okay. He said you gave him energy? That's an interesting choice of words. That he's been looking for from previous relationships. It's not like I was leading him on and that's just how I am. Energy Maven says, I had a hard time letting go of friends. I can understand that, but sounds like more distance is best. That's what I think too, Energy Maven, right? 1111 everywhere says, sometimes it's not worth the friendship when someone can't respect boundaries. Exactly. It does sound creepy, right? Energy Maven says, I love that, Lamarr. Easier said than done is so validating. Yeah. I mean, as a reader, you know, it's not my job to tell you what to do. You leave him and you do this and that. You know, I'm not you. I can't tell you what to do. I can tell you what I see. You know, I can give you my spiritual opinion, you know, or spiritual insight or clarity, but outside of that, what you do with that information is up to you, right? That's basically what I tell you in the personal readings. You know, this is what I see. This is what it is. All right. Now, what you do is up to you. All right. But he's about 9 toes out the door, so he's not going to stay for long. Oh, Lord. Not 9 toes. How did you study tarot and practice tarot? I picked up a deck. I picked up a tarot deck one day in college, I think. I was about to graduate college. And it's really stressful when you're about to graduate college and you go on interviews and you're not getting jobs. So it becomes like, what is my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing? So I was watching YouTubers, you know, do readings. So I was like, I'm just going to go pick up my own deck and do readings for myself. And I think I started like doing daily readings, like how would my day go. I started predicting things, started posting on YouTube. I started actually getting views. So I just posted more, and the more I posted, the more practice I got. And then eventually I started doing personal readings, and then the more I did that, the more practice I got. And at some point early on in YouTube, I actually went and started doing lives a long time ago. Like 3 or 4 years ago, I would go live just like this, like every day. That gives me practice. So like also these videos, right, where we do the live $5 questions, that gives me practice. So everything is practice, right? You're always learning and perfecting your craft, but that's how I got so good at my craft. Practice, practice, practice. Everything is practice. It's like celebrities, you know. going, music artists, when they first started, that's kind of like, it's like shows were practice, whether you got paid or not, whether you got paid a little or, everything is practice, right? A lot of artists will always tell you, you never stop learning or growing or evolving as an artist. So, does that make sense? I like your pre-reading prayer to protect your energy and the energy of people you read for too. I started using that. Yes, yes. Yeah, do you have a video teaching tarot? I have some videos on my Patreon. I have some videos, I think, on YouTube. Alright. But I also do tarot classes, so if you would like to learn tarot, I have classes as well. So, one-on-one classes where I teach you everything, basically, I know. Some people like the class so much they come back, multiple times. Because I teach you basically everything you need to know in the one class, but then people come back for more because they like it so much, so. Well, alright, you guys, this has been fun. Lamarr, have you ever done a reading on Fonzie? I have before by myself, but like not in person, not like posted on YouTube. A lot of you always ask me that. Have I ever done a reading on Fonzie, or would I do a reading on Fonzie or pets? That's interesting. Did you do Leo? I did do Leo. We talked about the Zodiac sign compatibility early on in the video, so you will probably have to watch the rerun. Thank you, Lamarr. Enjoy your night. Thank you all. This has been fun. I'm actually going to sign off now. We have been on for an hour and 37 minutes. All right. And the camera's still full. Wow. But I'm not. I am tired and I'm hungry, actually. So I'm going to go make a salad and enjoy the rest of my night. You all enjoy the rest of your night. I will probably be back tomorrow if I'm not too busy with personal readings. Alright, so I love you all. It has been fun. Thanks, Lamarr. Fun talking to you all in the chat. Yes, it's been fun. And you enjoy the rest of your night. I'll see you in the next video. I'll see you in your own personal reading. Either way, I'll see you soon. Love and light. God bless. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Bye.